Uh, Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay, mic check, sound check. One, two, three. Hello, everyone. My name is Sylvester Ebhonu, and I'm glad to be here today. It's another edition of the virtual workshop series of the Nigerian Library Association Information Technology section. Um, we hold this workshop series periodically, and our goal is to empower academicians, researchers, librarians with latest technology that can help them in carrying out their jobs effectively. So before we go right into the program, I would like to confirm that I'm not here alone. So I'm going to go to the comment section and I would like to find out how many people can hear me. So if you can hear me, here's what we're going to do. Just go to the comment section and type, I can hear you, and also tell us your name and where you're watching from, okay? So I told you my name already. My name is Sylvester. I see somebody who's here with us now. Happiness Onwoha says, hello everyone, I'm Happiness from Covenant University, Ottawa. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Happiness. Thank you for joining all the way from Ogun State. Also, I see Mary Chimezie says, I'm Ijebuka Mary from FCT, Umunze, Anambra State. I'm streaming live from Delta State, so I would like to know how many of us are participating. If I'm not seeing any other person, so just let me know you can hear me and type your name so I can know that you can hear me. This is just some formalities before we kick off the program. So I'll be on standby to confirm that you can hear me. All right, can everybody hear me? Okay. So I'm still waiting to see more people. Okay, good. Yes, this is all I needed to hear. So Shehu Mohammed. Shehu Mohammed says, I can hear you loud and clear. That's it. That's the spirit. So the next thing I will need you to do now. Okay, I also see Sunday Ojolape says, I can hear you from Federal Polytechnic, Osun State. That's beautiful. Dr. Charis also says she can hear me. Dr. Buki also says, hi everyone. I'm Elizabeth Latif from Crawford University. Beautiful, good to hear from you. And Shehu says he's from the Nigerian Law School, Abuja. And we have Faith from Ibadan. Faith says she can hear. And we have Professor Basil Edom from Imo State. It's a pleasure to meet every one of you. Now, the next thing we need you to do is to share this video. Share this video for those of us who are watching on Facebook. Share this video with your friends, with your contact, because what we are going to do here today is real big business. And I want to say a very big welcome to every one of us to the second edition of the virtual workshop series of the Nigerian Library Association. So what we have on the screen is our program for today. This is what we are going to be doing. I believe you can all see my screen. And I think maybe let me make this a little bigger. Yeah. What we're going to be doing today, first of all, what we're doing now is the opening formalities, which should not take more than 10 minutes. And immediately I'm through with the program overview. I'm going to make welcome our chairman, the chairman of this IT section, who would tell us more about the IT section and also tell us about this special edition that we are bringing before you today. Immediately after that, we will introduce our resource person for today, and then he would take the workshop, which should last about 30 to 45 minutes. And then once he's through, we'll ask questions, and then we will close the program with our financial secretary coming for the announcement. So this is what our agenda looks like for today. So before I call on our chairman to take up the stage, I'd like for us to remember that This program is organized by the IT section. These are the executive of the section by your right here. And the section has been existing since 1997. And we have been responsible for promoting and advancing the application of ICT in library and information services. Now, I know some of us who are watching this program today, we are not librarians. Guess what? This edition is not just for librarians. Regardless of where you are, if you are a researcher, if you're an academician, either in the science discipline, social sciences, humanities, wherever, you need to be in this workshop from beginning to the end. You've been hearing about open publishing, you've been hearing about open journal system. Today, the expert of this issue is going to be sharing with us insights about it. And that's what the IT section is known for. That's what we do at the IT section. And my name is Sylvester, and once again, I'm privileged to be the moderator for this series. We've held several other versions of this workshop. As you see on the screen, we've held one last year. We had about 4 editions last year with one of our former chairperson, Dr. Oguche. We've had several other versions where we talked about cloud computing, web development, and just in January, we did our first edition for this year, on which you can see here. And the feedback has been so wonderful, how it has impacted people's career. So, but today we have a very special one by Mr. David Oguche. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that the IT section exists because of its members. So if you are not a member of the IT section, this is the best time for you to join us. Our financial secretary is right here with us. She's going to send the information on how you can be a member of this section, okay? Being a member gives you access to a lot of benefits, and it's important that you join us. So also, finally, only eligible participants will be getting certificates of participation for this workshop today. I want to assure you that everybody will be getting certificates of participation because the knowledge is a very important one, and you will get access to the recording, the certificate, and the material for this workshop if you fill the attendance form that we will share after now. So having said that, enough of all this introduction. It's exactly 10 minutes past 7. I would like to welcome a mentor, a leader, one who encourages innovation in the library and information sector. No other person but Mr. Patrick Agwu Uzodimma. So everyone, I don't know if you have your digital hands right there. Help me welcome our chairman. Mr. Patrick, good evening. Are you there? Hello, Mr. Patrick. Okay, he's here, but his mic is not active. Mr. Patrick, maybe you may want to turn on your video and your microphone. Hello, Mr. Patrick. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. So maybe... Or is it just me? Everybody, can you hear me? Let me confirm if they can hear me. Is it just me or you can't hear Mr. Patrick? Okay, yes, Mr. Patrick is here now. Hello, Mr. Patrick, your mic. We can't hear you. If anybody can hear Mr. Patrick, please just let me know in the chat section. We can't hear you. We can see your video now, though. Oh my. Could this just be me? Hello? Hello, Mr. Good. Thank God. Somebody is commenting. I really need feedback. Good. People are saying they can't hear Dr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick, I think I'm going to remove him and then bring him back in. Maybe that will help. Yes. Let me try that. Okay, so let's hope that Mr. Patrick joins again. But in the meantime, while Mr. Patrick is coming to join us, um, I would like to introduce Mr. Patrick. He is a librarian at Kenneth DK Library, University of Ibadan. He heads the technical infrastructure and internet services over there. He's a dynamic personality. He has trained as a librarian at UI and several other qualifications, including his master's degree. With an extensive experience spanning over 28 years in information technology, library automation, and digitization, he has facilitated over 100 trainings. And when we say over 100 trainings, I think it should be more than over 100 right now because he has done a lot in this sector. But currently, he chairs the IT section of the NLA IT, and we are glad to have Mr. Patrick with us today. So any moment from now, he'll be joining us. But while Mr. Patrick is joining us, I just want to recognize other senior colleagues I see who have joined us. Okay, I see Madam Folashade Adepoju. Thank you. Good evening, Ma, and thank you for joining us. I also see someone from BUK Library, Kano. That's the person of Khalid Muhammad. I see our Polytechnic librarian, Dr. Selina Nongo. She says, live with you. Welcome. I also see Dr. Gani Esther. This is one very awesome scholar who is very resourceful to the IT section. She's participating from Kaduna State. And I also see Faith says they can't hear. So, yeah, good. Everybody just wants to confirm that. Yeah, Rita, thank you, everybody. So in the meantime, I'm going to, yes, Mr. Patrick is back. So, Mr. Patrick, good evening, sir. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. What's happening? I was hearing you when we did a test. We can't hear you, sir. Oh boy. Perhaps you should give your device permission or try another device. We can't hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, please bear with us. Mr. Patrick has very important information for us today. And immediately he's through with his opening remark, we'll invite Mr. David for the workshop. Please, let's just give him a few more minutes. Mr. Patrick, if you can use another device, would appreciate. Thank you. I'm not sure why we can't hear you right now, but time is not on our side. So time is not on our side. So what I would do is, okay. Grace Ajuwon from College of Medicine, University of Ibadan. Thank you for being here. We're glad to have you. And I see Onozie Merits, an amazing personality. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm just going to, or should I introduce, I'll go ahead to introduce Mr. Dave. Let me welcome Mr. Dave. Yeah, I think I'll welcome Mr. Dave. Please give me a moment. Okay. All right. So all you just need to do is let us know where you're watching from, and I think that will be awesome. Thank you. I'm trying to get Mr. Patrick to join us right now. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's just move on to Mr. Dave. Let me bring Mr. Dave on. Mr. David, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, digital librarian. Good evening.
Yes, I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, everyone, we're going to be altering the program for today. We are going straight into the workshop. And after the workshop, we will allow the chairman to speak with us. By then, hopefully, he would have fixed his microphone issues. So, but pardon me, the person that I'm about to introduce actually doesn't need an introduction in the IT section in library. He's a distinguished librarian at the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies in Lagos, currently now in Abuja. He significantly contributes to the legal research and information management, and he has a very rich background in library science and integration of IT also. Mr. Oguche formerly chaired the Nigerian Library Association, and he demonstrated his leadership and expertise in leveraging technology for library services. And Mr. David, the man we see on the screen right now, my life is a testimony of Mr. Dave. I wouldn't be here today if not for Mr. David. As a young librarian, my first 2 years in librarianship, this was the man who taught me IT. He introduced me to a lot of concepts in IT in libraries. And today it's a great honor to have Mr. Dave Oguche to take us on the topic that we have for today. So once again, I want to say welcome, Mr. David, and the floor is now yours. If you can share your screen with us, we'll be glad as you proceed with the session. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Dave.
All right, thank you very much, Sylvester, for that introduction. It's awesome to be on board this evening, and I'm so happy because I can see the tremendous impact that the section is making on librarianship in Nigeria and across border. So it is an honor to be part of the program today, to share my only tool knowledge with great minds, both senior colleagues, and everyone that is present here to learn today. But unfortunately, Sylvester, please, I will need your assistance to share my screen because I have been battling here. I don't know, depending on when I fix my my device here. So I just changed. I have to change the device I'm using in order to be able to meet up with the time. I sent a PPT to you. If you can just help me project while I'm doing that, and I'm working on this one too to ensure that we have a robust time. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. Here on the screen. Can you see it now?
All right. Yes, I can see this slide on the screen there. Yes. So it's going to just be because of the time, I don't know, but let's see how far we can do this today, because obviously the time we have at hand may not really be, feasible for us to achieve all that is set out to be achieved today. But however, I'm believing God that we'll be able to do more with the little time we had. Now, the presentation is going to be done in 2 sessions. I'll just use a few moments to just, give us some tips that we need for us to be able to, have a successful academic publishing outing as academics, as researchers. And then we'll quickly see one of the famous infrastructure that can actually enhance the visibility of academics and researchers, talking about the open journal system, which is one of the systems that I've been advocating over a decade, and is really an industry-based infrastructure that over the years has actually proven to be the best, or one of the best, if not the best, to give researchers the visibility that they need. So basically, the workshop, of course, the scope is on open journal systems alone. And the overview for this webinar is that it is actually carefully designed to equip early and mid-career academics with practical knowledge and skills to publish their scholarly work effectively using the open, including the guidance on how researchers can prepare their manuscript, how they can submit their manuscript, and how they can respond to reviewers' comments. These are very, very important, and also how to track the progress of their submission. It is in the light of this that this webinar is being put together. And I want to believe that as an early, career academic or mid-career academic, starting right or getting it right should be the ultimate goal for any academics. And I want to believe that at the end of this webinar, we should be able to understand what the open journal system is, the advantages it has over others, and all of that. We should also be able to learn submission processes. It's very key. This will actually go a long way to help our career as we advance in academic publishing. And then we should also be able to gain some tips for a successful academic publishing. So, but why does it matter? Why academic publishing? Why do we have to get ourselves acquainted to the basics or the things or the tips that can help us to advance our academic career? Now, one of these tips or one of the things is that academic publishing is quite different from the other publishing. There are a lot of publishings out there, but when you talk of academic publishing, it stands out because it involves or it has some characteristics that makes it stand out from other publishing. One of it is the peer reviewing mechanism or the peer review system that comes with this type of publishing, because academic publishing is the engine room and the driving progress in research and innovation, and it ensures that new discoveries, insights, and methods are shared with global community. That is one thing. And then publishing also builds academic credibility. It helps us to establish our academic, helping researchers to gain recognition and advancing their career. And importantly, scholarly publication provides permanent record of research preserved for future generations that can be accessed at any time. So the peer review process I talked about earlier is a cornerstone of academic publishing, which ensures that the quality and integrity of research are maintained. They are maintained. And then academic publishing also fosters collaboration by making findings accessible to researchers worldwide. And it supports evidence-based, policy making and practice, thereby benefiting the society as a whole. So you can see that it is very important that this topic is coming up at this time, because as academics, that is our field of endeavor. That is our career. That is where we build our career. And so it's very important to take it seriously, especially for the early careers and those who have gone midway. I know we have some experienced researchers and academics in our midst today who will lend their voice to this very important discussion that is ongoing today. So the next slide, I try to look at some tips for successful publishing. Why is this important? Because for you to publish successfully, for you to be a great academic that can be reckoned with, that can stand the times, that can stand tall in the world of academics and research, you have to be successful in your publishing. You have to be deliberate. And one of these is that for you to have a successful publishing career as an academic, you must choose the right journal. Choose research journal that meet the scope of your, of your goal, by checking the journal that you want to publish your research output, because that is your intellectual property. So you have to choose, a journal that can help you to grow, that can help your research work to be visible to others around the world. By checking through recent issues of these journals, their style and their preferred topics, and then you consider the impact factor of the journal, your open access policies, and then publication timelines that aligns with your goal. So that's one of the tips. And then ensure research quality and methodology. Now you have to use robust, clearly described methodology that allows for replication, to apply appropriate statistical methods and reports, and then you also, for you to enjoy a smooth career in academic publishing, a successful one for that, you have to write clearly and structure your manuscript effectively by crafting compelling, accurate titles and complete abstract that can sell your work to, editors. Because if you don't get it right at this stage, chances are that your manuscript might even face rejection at the first instance. So it's very important to write clearly and structure, effectively. Then follow submission guidelines meticulously. That is very important. As an early career researcher or a mid-career researcher, even advanced career, you need to follow guidelines, because that is the rule of the game. If you don't follow the guidelines meticulously, and if you don't adhere strictly to formatting requirements, then the chances are that you may, your submissions or your publishing career may experience stunted growth, sort of, so to say. Then one important thing, if you want to be successful in your academic publishing, for you, either as an early career or a mid-career person, is that you must handle peer review professionally, because peer review is the engine room, of academic publishing. That cross ideas, people who have traded that path, people who are knowledgeable in that area or that domain which you are pitching your tent in, they have made observations. So you need to actually handle their, their views professionally by responding to them thoroughly and professionally, even when it is clear that you don't disagree with them, but you use an ethical way to respond to them, because this is academic publishing. Now, maintain ethical standards, by ensuring proper authorship with substantial contribution from all co-authors. Avoid predatory journals by verifying publishers' reputation. It's very important. Very, very important. You have to avoid predatory journals. Verify the source of the journal. Then be persistent and strategic. You have to be strategic. Start your publication process early and plan for multiple revisions. When you are writing for publishing, have it at the back of your mind that it is not likely that at a go your manuscript or your research work will just gain immediate acceptance. Prepare your mind that it can be rejected and it can undergo some processes. So start early and then plan for multiple revisions, because it's inevitable. Don't be discouraged by rejection. Often I've seen people, I've experienced it myself, I'm talking from first hand. A manuscript will be rejected and you get discouraged. One of my manuscripts that was rejected happens to be one of the best published articles that I have now, with even multiple view on my profile. It was rejected in 2 places, and the 3rd place was an international journal of repute that stands out. So what we are saying here is that, don't, be discouraged by rejection. Use feedback to improve your rejection, this manuscript that, has been rejected, and then focus on developing expertise in specific area rather than publishing randomly. So next slide, because of time. The next slide. Now, there are so many systems. We have a lot of systems that can be used for publishing, but the scope or the focus of this meeting tonight is on the open journal system. There are a lot of them, like I said, and I'm not going to mention them. The emphasis is on open journal system because this is one of the industry standards, and that is, acceptable and used everywhere. There are also, some proprietary software that can be used to, to publish, and many career academics have been using them. But the open journal system standard, it is unique, and that is why I want to share this knowledge with us today, because you have to understand the economics and politics of publishing if you must advance in your career as an academic or as a researcher. Now, the open journal system is an open source software that is developed by the Public Knowledge Project, the PKP, at the British Columbia University. It is designed to manage and publish scholarly journals online, providing a complete workflow for editors, authors, reviewers, and readers. I think this part, you will see the beauty of this when we go into the practical section. Majorly, open journal system, is free. That is one good thing about it. Although, even though you will need to spend some funds to make it, to put it in the way you want it. I'm speaking now to publishers. If you are having it at the back of your mind to migrate your, journal online, one of the, systems you should consider is the open journal system, because of these features on your screen that you are seeing. It is free and it is open source, meaning you can modify it to suit your own. The customization, it has so many themes, and plugins that can make it customizable to your taste and to your standard. That's one beauty of it. When you interface or interact with the system, you will see tons of things and plugins that can enhance, your publishing, your publishing dreams. And particularly this one concerns the publishers now, people who want to publish, they can use this system. And then authors, for us authors, why we are looking at this is because it has some elements that can help us to achieve our dream, which is visibility, right? So it has, extensive language support. It has some, rich plugin ecosystems where you have, infrastructures like ORCID and DOIs and other, visibility indices that can boost your publication. So that is why it is always advisable, because by default, this system is so designed that it easily, gets to the heart of, search engines, such that once you have, articles in this open journal system, it is easier for it to be visible, because all the components, all the metrics are inbuilt that can connect to, maybe rating of that. So have that at the back of your mind. Now, how does OJS support open access publishing? OJS empowers journals to adopt open access or hybrid publishing models. It automates DOI assignments and metadata sharing to improve discoverability, which is a key feature for promoting, research. It supports Creative Commons licensing, streamlines the submission and review process and ensure a global online reach, and offers a cost-effective platform for institutions or small scholarly, journals. That's the beauty of the open journal system. It is so robust and it supports the open access gospel. That is why so many people are, clinging to this system. So if peradventure you are an editor or you work for a publishing firm, I think it's high time you start encouraging them to look into this system. So the next slide, as I try to round up, is for us to see, the open journal system editorial process. Now, if you look at your screen, traditional or typically in the submission processes, authors will submit, to editors their manuscript. And editors, if the manuscript is accepted, they will send it further to reviewers. If it's not, it will be rejected. That is the process. The process of, editorial in academic publishing. Now, the open this into its system such that it integrated it in the system, that within the system, all these processes can be done and can as well be spearheaded by, one or a few people. Because in the open journal systems, there are roles. There are editors, there are section editors, there are journal managers, reviewers, copy editor, layout editor, proofreaders, and even you can create your own role that is peculiar or that is customizable to your own publishing, system. That's the beauty of OJS. Now, all these flows makes it easier for and the system to be seamless for effective publishing. So if you are publishing from using this system, you will discover that you have a great time, and you find out that publishing, academic publishing, will be made easy. So authors should consider using OJS because they are 100% involved in the editorial flow and process. You from submission to publishing, you will be involved, tracking, submitting, tracking, and communicating with the system so that you'll be following up your academic input. Next slide, please. Some of the tips as we round up this session, some of the tips that as a researcher using open journal system you should have at the back of your mind. One of them is in preparing your manuscript. There are certain things you should have in mind. Apart from the choosing the right journal, you should follow author guidelines. Like I said, each open journal system, they have their author guidelines spelled. Typically of any OJS system, it is there as a link either on the right hand side or at the main menu. You will see guidelines. So it behoves on you now to check this guideline and then structure your manuscript according to their guideline. If possible, you can look through their past publications and current issues or things like that for you to be able to see. Then polish your writings appropriately. Use the right words. Don't use jargons and things like that can easily irritate editors. And some of them, at even the first sight of your work, it is rejected. It won't even get to review stage and all of that. Then seek feedback. As you are preparing your manuscript, call on colleagues, mentors to help you look at your work for feedback so that it can easily scale through. And then you prepare for submission. What are the submission? Submitting your paper, article in OJS. Basically, the system creates, give you an opportunity to create an account. And then once the account is created, you start your new submission. That's why I say this system is so robust. It gives you that belonging. From the beginning, from the scratch to the end, you submit your paper without needing to send into an email and it will be mailed back to you and stuff. You interact with the systems, you see the revisions, you enter your submission metadata. We shall see all this when we get to the practical session. Then we upload your manuscript and supplementary files and all of that. Then you enter an additional information for example, funding. Some receive funding, it is ideal depending on the journal policy for you to declare that and all of that. Review and confirm submission, then submit and receive confirmation. Finally, on this, you look at how to track your submission in open journal system. The system provides mechanism for you to be able to log in as an author. Then you access your submission, under the My Manuscript section. We'll see this by the grace of God when we get into the system. Check the status column, view detailed submission history, and all of that. Then you importantly respond to request. It's very good for you. It's a good publishing practice to always respond to requests. If an editor or a reviewer requests specifically that a particular section be overhauled or changed or whatever it has, make response to that so that they will know that you have indeed actually touched that. And then finally, on this section, we look at how to respond to reviewers and revisions. Now, you read reviewers' comments carefully, very important. Take your time carefully to understand each point. Some comments require major changes while others are minor. So that should be at the back of your mind. Then respond professionally and positively. Maintain a respectful tone, even if you disagree with some feedback. Some reviewers can be annoying, especially if it's an idea that you have provided basic proof and all of that. But for the sake of professionalism, maintain a respect and show that professionalism to that. Then prepare a detailed point-by-point response by matching each reviewer comment with your own response, clearly explaining how you address the issue or why you choose not to make a change. It's a dialogue. So we have to put that in mind as we journey in this field of academic publishing. Right? Now, revise your manuscript thoroughly and highlight changes. You can use track changes or highlight text to make it easy for editors and reviewers to see what you have modified. Because some of us, we find we are in the habit of just, keeping it and, we'll submit it to show that we keep it. When a revision is sent to us, we may decide to keep the document for a long time to pretend as if we are working on it, but it's not a best practice. Let's have that in mind. Submit revised manuscript and response later where possible. So address all concerns, even minor ones. Don't overlook small details. They contribute to the overall quality of your paper. And then finally, thank reviewers for their constructive feedback. Acknowledge the time and effort reviewers put into improving your work. It's very important because their little contributions and observation can enrich your work. With these tips, I want to believe that whether you are an early career researcher or a mid-career researcher, today you will be deliberate in your academic publishing journey. So at this stage now, by the next slide, we are prepared to go into the practical session. I don't know if it's appropriate for us to take one or two questions, or we go into the practical session. Am I
okay? Mr. Dave, thank you very much. That was a beautiful session. Thank you so much. I stayed glued all through your presentation. Beautiful presentation and very insightful one. I would like to appreciate you. But at this moment, before you continue, I would like for our chairman, who was unable to address participants, to briefly share his brief remarks. And immediately he's done with that remark, then we will continue with the practical session. It is after your practical session we would like to entertain questions. So
All right.
I hope that's fine. But though everyone who is watching right now, please keep sharing this video. Share your thoughts and your questions using the chat section. Thank you very much. Chairman, over to you, sir. Mr. Patrick.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sylvester. Thank you very much, Mr. Dave. I really do appreciate you all. Let me start on the note of apology to participants that you couldn't hear my voice when I was supposed to speak. Be that as it may, I'm not going to disrupt this section. I'm going to allow this session continue, but allow me to just say one or two words in the next 1 minute. I'll be off the stage so that we can take the practical, because that is why we are here this evening. Please, I want you to pay specific attention to the practical section. You agree with me that the trend in publishing, the trend in the world today is automation, automating processes of publishing and all that. If you check reputable journals today, the entire publishing process is done online. You agree with me that for those who authors who published in the last edition of the Nigerian Library Association journal, IT session journal, your the whole thing was so much delayed because it was dependent on persons. Now we are moving into a period where our process will be system dependent. And I can assure you that if you can follow the steps that you'll be taking through right now in the next session, you would get your work published faster and better. This session will use our template. The ITL journal has gone totally automated, and I can assure you that we can complete the entire publishing process virtually without having a direct or personal interaction with anybody, including the review processes, the acceptance processes, and also the publishing as a whole. So this practical section will be using the platform for the ITL journal, for this demonstration. I want to beg you authors, I want to beg you potential reviewers, please follow this session effectively, follow it well, because for you to qualify to review our papers, you must understand these processes. You must be able to create an account and log into this our platform, and then jobs will be assigned to you automatically, for you to review, and your review returns automatically to both us and also the author. So please follow this process carefully. And I'm going to stop here for now. We're going to speak more probably after we've taken our question and answers. I want to beg us. We're using our platform for this training because we want you to get used to it, want to get acquainted to it. It is best practice. It's the standard platform for global standard journals. Please, I appeal to you. Please follow these steps carefully. Mr. David Oguche, seasoned trainer, is a seasoned OJS user, and I can tell you that he's going to give you best standard practical session for any journal anywhere in the world. Thank you very much. I rest my case now. We'll talk later after the presentation. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to hear from you, Chairman. Thank you for all the leadership you provide in the aspect of information and communication technology integration into the work we do. Thank you so much. And for all the insights you've provided, I know librarians will take it seriously, especially the next section we're moving into now, which has to do with the practical demonstration of what Mr. David has said. So, Mr. Dave, over to you for the next session, but I would like you to take one question before we start. First, I think a lot of persons have joined. This is Khadija from Kenya. She says, thank you very much for the presentation. Everybody loves your presentation. But there's one person that is asking a question. His name is Olabisi Sunday. The question is on the screen. He says, please, can a university use OJS platform to host all journals from different faculties? So, Mr. Dave, I'll yield the floor now to you. From here, immediately you answer the question, you can go into your practical. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Sylvester. Yes, you see, one of the beauty of this open journal system is that you can aggregate or you can host a lot of journals under, the system. That is why you see universities and bigger research institutes, adopting this, because each faculties have their own journal, have their own journals. So the open journal system provides the roof where all the publishing outlets like faculty journals and special interest journal and departmental journals can come. Of course, the answer to your question is yes. Universities can use open journal system to publish or to host various journals in the university system. That's
one more question.
And then Sylvester, I don't know, I still haven't been able to get through to my device. It's still misbehaving. So I need you to enable my ability to share the screen here. So that
you have the permission. All you don't need to do is click on share. Just click on share. There's share button on the screen. Yeah. But while you are doing that, I don't know if you can just speak to this person. Somebody is asking, Itagwe Dawele series. He say, you made mention of impact factor. Explain what impact factor is. And this person wants you to write a project. He says you should cite practical examples with common journals we have around us today. This is a pregnant question.
Okay, well, if ideally it's not in the scope of this, but when you talk of impact factor, it's actually a journal thing. But the scope of this session is the author, which we should be asking of index and things like that. That concerns the author. But impact factor actually has to do with what, like I said, it's a journal metric. It's a metric for measuring the impact of a journal. How often is your journal cited and all of that. So that's what the journal impact factor is all about. We academics here that can lend voices to that if you want to that. Let me see how I can delve into this sharing of
your screen. Yeah,
so that
we're on standby for you. Immediately you click on share, you will see your screen pops up. You choose the screen you want and it will be live.
I think it's the device that I'm using.
Okay, but if there's anything I can do from here, you can let me know if it's to sign in somewhere or I don't know. But anyhow, whatever you think will work.
Okay, let's do it this way. Let me just give it one more shot. See if I cannot come in, then you stand it. You don't need to sign. You don't need to sign up. Just for you to just log into our journal site. That is itljournal.nla.ng. Just go to that site and have you don't do anything. Once you are there, we can take it up from there. Well, let's just try.
All right. So everyone, the attendance form will soon be sent for certificates of participation. Dr. Obim, I know you are backstage. Please help us get that link and let us start to take the attendance form so that we can prepare your certificates for you. Certificates will take about 5 working days. Yeah, so. Somebody says she wants to help on the impact factors to explain. Yeah, that's a scholar, but I wish, but she's not in the studio right now with us. So Mr. Isiri, look for a way to reach out to Dr. Esther Gani. She's a renowned scholar and she can help you with that. That's her name showing on the screen.
Okay. Oh, okay, babe, Sylvester, you just have to check. Just bring up our journal site. Just bring it up, and then let me see, because
Okay.
I'm not seeing.
So
Maybe it's
I
the
should bring
device
up.
I'm using. Yeah.
I should bring up the journal site.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a moment.
All right. Just... Oh, this one.
Let me do that now. I'm so sorry about the inconvenience you are experiencing sharing your screen, but please confirm if you can see my screen now, sir.
Yes, I
Is
can
this the
see.
site?
I can see. I can see. I can see.
Am I on the right site?
Yes. But all you need to do is to go to the home page. This is a specific article. Oh, my battery is running. So let me quickly plug up. Just go to the home page.
Okay, I'm on the home page now. I'm on the home page.
Okay. My charger.
I also have the username and password if you want me
Okay,
to
fine. I
do
think
that.
with this,
So,
you don't need anything. It's just for me to show. This is what I want to see. Great.
hello, Mr. Dave. Over to you, please. You just guide me, tell me what to do, and I'll demonstrate it. Hello, Mr. Dave.
Yes, okay, great. Now, the practical, what we have been saying all along is this. We are trying to now put it into practice, all we have been saying. So, just a minute. Now, if you look at this, is a typical open journal system. If you are seeing the screen, that is how the open journal system looks like. You know, so for you to register on an open journal system, you see two buttons. You see register and login. If you already have an account, login is the ideal thing. The first thing you should do is to register, which I'm going to demonstrate. Sylvester will be Sylvester now as a new person. Is going to register. So when you click on the register, it will give you this form, this particular form, as you can see. And once you get that form, we're going to see how you register, how you submit an article, how you track, and all of that. So he's doing that. Once he registers, good. Please take note, because of time, Sylvester, let me address this quickly.
Yeah.
Let me address it quickly.
Okay.
Go back to the username, please. Yes. Now, take note, if you are registering on any open journal system, make sure that your usernames are all in small letters, no caps. Very important. So take that tip and that secret. Then also take note of the fact that your password should be strong enough. Should be a combination of both, Now, very importantly, you will see some check, leaks there asking you some things, whether to, according to the rules and all of that. Then, yes, you now, check as appropriate. And very importantly, the system will also ask you if you want to be, your area of review interest, if you want to review for the journal. So it's like you want to review in the area of IT, AI, and all of that, whatever area you wish to do, you put on it and you register. Right. Now, once upon success, it will show you a completion, message that you have registered and blah, 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 blah. Then from there, it will ask you what do you want to do next. You want to view your submission, make a new submission, edit your profile, and continue browsing. You can see that the system is robust. Already it has created, an account for you. It's for you to go and enrich your account with every metadata detail. So this is the first step of registering with the system. After this, you can see on the top right, you see your username top right there, your username, and it will showing you 0 and other things. That is where you can also navigate into your system, and see whatever you need to see. So that is it. Using the information technology and librarianship system. So I don't know, we'll make submission. Let's make an attempt to make a new submission. You click that button if you want to. There are several ways you can submit, but because we are here, we'll go through that route. Now it will give you all those details you are seeing there. It will show you. So you enter. Remember, you must have, for you to make a submission, you must prepare your manuscript using the tips that we emphasize in the theory part of the session. So once you have prepared it, you have it handy somewhere, and you begin to, impute those data. Yes, the section you want to submit, there are various sections, either a review section or an article section, and then you make progress. This is purely the Now, you may not finish your submission one day. You can decide to be doing it in bit. Now, after that, it has given you this interface you are seeing. This interface is English, and the step and stages, and it shows your progression in submitting your articles online. Now, this person is in the first session. Is in the first stage, which is details. Then uploading of files. Here, you have to put keywords. Keywords are important, indicators or metrics that can also help you the discoverability of your research. So that is why it's good to have at least 4 keywords to 5 the journal policy. Then from that, your manuscript you have prepared, you just extract some of the abstract and just paste it there, or things like that, like he's doing. Ideally, if you have it, you just copy and paste, and then move next. Beautiful. So now you upload your file, usually in MS Word. Although some journals may accept PDF, but the appropriate format is the Word format. Now you have been able to say, he's saying, what next, right? What is the next thing there? I'm saying, okay, fine, beautiful. So you can see contributors, you can add contributors. If it's a co-authored work, you add each of the author, their details, and other detail. But if it's a single authored work, you may not need to come through to this stage. Beautiful. Yeah. So you move. Your country is very important. As you're entering these details, the system is storing them, so that by the next time you come around, you can see they have added, you can see the details now of contributors. Yeah, so you have moved to the next stage now, where you can put a comment for all the authors, for editors and all of that. So it's a very seamless system, and then you move now for the editors. So, beautiful. So this one, I'm not sure what. Okay, fine. You have gotten to this stage. What's the stage there?
Mr. Dave, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, the challenge right now at this point where I am, I think I actually uploaded your presentation slide.
Okay.
So, and I think that's not a format that is recognized.
Yes.
So
you have to change the format.
Let me add a Microsoft Word document.
Yeah. Look for an.
Yeah, I'm uploading a Microsoft Word document now. Okay, so I'm removing the other one.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So.
Okay. What's he saying?
It still say you must upload at least one article for text file. One article. I'm not sure why. So that's the only error holding it now.
One article
from submitting.
Okay. I think what you are saying, did you choose the type of file you are saying? Go back and see. Let's see the type of file.
Okay. Let me see if I did that.
Yes, you have to be sure that it's a text article file also. Check after the Did you say article
what kind
text?
of, okay, I did not choose. It's article text. I did not choose
That's
it.
Why.
So I've chosen it now. Yeah. So I believe it should
go. It should go through. I know.
So
fine.
So yes, the submit button is active now.
So I think you are approaching the final stage now.
Yeah. So can I submit?
Yes, please. Submit to the system. Yes. Yes.
Submit.
Yeah. Okay. So
amazing. This is beautiful.
Successfully submitted. Like I said earlier, there are different ways by which you can submit an article on an open journal system. This is one of the ways. Whichever ways you use, whichever methods you use is acceptable. So by this success, submitted your article. So the next, which of course is not feasible now, is for you to follow up and track your submission. Usually, the editor will assign this your submission to editors, and then they will now, push it to review to see if it meets the journal standard. They will now submit it. Put it to. They submit it to send it to reviewer for their review and comments, and then that is when you begin to see feedback. You begin to track your submission, and I think that should be about the size, except otherwise of this practical. So, except otherwise. That's
Amazing. So can we take some questions before you come back to conclude, sir? There are a lot of questions here.
All right, please.
Okay. So, our dear viewers and participants, Mr. Dave is about to take some of our questions. So I'm going to just go right into our questions. Though, if you find this session enlightening, please just drop it in the comment section and let us know. So I'm just going to take the first question. This person is asking, okay, these are responses. These are people explaining what impact factor is all about. This person says, Olabisi says, impact factor is calculated using the total number of articles published in a journal for a particular year range, divided by the total citations received by that journal for the year range selected. So, Mr. Isiri, I hope that this answers your question. Professor Ajibili says, we are proud of you and your work, God's guidance and more wisdom. So I thought, good. The question for Mr. Davis is there any statutory body in Nigeria that decides which journals are predatory journals without bias of where it is published? This is a question from Okon, Mr. Dave.
Mr. Okon, that question is right now. There is no any recognized or established body that I know actually that regulates or determines which is a predatory journal and which is not a predatory journal. But I do know that several individuals with interest in this area have actually come up severally to educate and enlighten people on the need or using or bringing out criteria that you will use to identify journals that are predatory. For example, those ones that ask send you and call you to bring in publish within 1 week, and their impact factor is the journal is so is indexed by this. And when you search through, you will not see this that. So there's no any established body. But I think there is a recommendation in one of the conferences I've attended elsewhere that there should be an established body that will determine which is a predatory journal or not. Even at the international level, such debate has been going on. Where some people they will classify some journal as this, and they will ask you on what authority are you standing, or which body is established by law to do that. So for Nigeria, I don't know of any. Let me not say I don't know of anybody that is responsible for that. So all we need to know is that just try to see, try to look thoroughly at journals. There are some sharp practices that you see around the journal. It will tell you that it's predatory. Just try to avoid that. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Dave, I don't know whether it's just me. It seems, Mr. Dave, please help us fix your mic. It's no more clear like it was before. So maybe the next time you are speaking, we would like you to just adjust that. There are some questions here,
okay.
But Mr. Patrick, I just added him so that he can add his voice. Your mic is still not very clear, sir. So help us try to fix that before we take other questions.
Okay, is it better now?
It's still not clear. It's still not clear, but I don't know. Mr. Patrick, is it just me?
No, it's not you. It's not very clear.
Okay.
It changed at some point.
So, Mr. Patrick, go ahead.
All right, I just want to add my voice to the response to that question. The truth, like you have said, is that as today, there's no statutory body in Nigeria that I know as of today to decide which journals are predatory journals. But there are standards For example, if you look at the BS list of predatory journals, which is what is still popularly used in most countries today, even in Nigeria, we still use the BS list of a predatory journal to judge whether journals are predatory or not. In BS list, there are a lot of metrics to judge. For example, you see a journal that the editor-in-chief, okay, you see a journal that the editor-in-chief is from a different discipline. The editors are not authorities, they are not professionals in that discipline. There are journals that comes up within a locality, and they'll tell you just pay so amount within 2 days, we are publishing your journal. And truly, if you submit, they'll publish it. So for now, I think the list that is still generally acceptable for now is the BS list of predatory journals. And of course, it's very rich. It itemizes the things to look out for in any journal before you can publish in those places. Yeah, thank you. I'll stop there for now.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Mr. Dave, there's another question for you. Are you there now, Mr. Dave?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so all we need you to do is just to speak louder, because your voice is still feeling distorted by maybe a signal. So, but if you are louder, we will hear you. So somebody here is asking a question. That's Madam Faith Dogo. She says, how do we handle ownership issues with an open journal system? Ownership issues, how do we handle it?
Okay, thank you very much. By ownership, I suppose you are talking about the intellectual property, right? I'm sure.
Most likely.
Now, open journal system comes with various licenses, Creative Commons license. Of course, which the common one is the CC BY. Will actually give you an insight who owns the work that is being sent for an open journal. Usually, the goal of open access is to give free access to access without restrictions and all of that. So the question of who owns the work, if it's your intellectual property and you sign freely accessible, so it's still your property. It is your intellectual property. The ownership still rests with you. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for that. The answer has been provided. Happiness from Covenant University is asking, please, can you give us examples of other open journal systems in librarianship apart from the NLA IT section that you used? So I don't know, perhaps this person just wants to know if there are other journal platforms apart from the IT journal. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. I want to delete you. Asking if there are journal platforms that uses the open journal systems apart from the IT section. Yes, there are several of them. How you will know I cannot give you a full list now, but I know there are a lot of them. I've worked with a lot of like library journals that use this system. There are so many. For example, I think the NLA, that is Nigerian Library and Information Science Trends. Which one again did I know? Lokoja Journal of Information Science. A lot of them. I know there are quite a lot of journals. Let me not start mentioning a lot of but there are a lot of them.
Okay, thank you very much. There's one more question.
Sorry, can I quickly add my
Yes,
voice
please.
for 1 minute, please? because I'm looking at the direction of the two questions, the last two questions, and I think there's a need to quickly clarify something. Someone was asking about ownership. Someone was asking about if there are some that he has used before. When we're talking about open journal system, we are talking about a platform, a system that supports that is open in nature. When you say something is open, it means that it's not owned by a particular
Exactly.
person. The system is built over a period of time with by several people. Just like say you are using Linux. If you use Linux on your server and to host your content is still your
Exactly.
own. You only use an open platform to
Yes.
host it. If you host a journal either on your local server or anywhere, if you are you are using a proprietary platform to host that journal, but you can also use an open system to manage the journal. So the ownership of your intellectual property, your intellectual content, everything still belongs to you. It's still your own. You are only using an open platform to manage your processes, to manage your hosting and all that. With an OJS, you still have to host that journal somewhere.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you understand? So I just want us to clarify that using an OJS does not mean you are carrying your work and handing over to somebody. Just the way you have Microsoft Word on your computer and you use Microsoft Windows 10, Windows 20, Windows 15, and that on your computer, your work still belongs to you.
All right.
The platform you are using to access your records is just a Windows operating
Okay.
system. So an OJS is a platform. And a lot of state chapters, even in Nigeria, to NLA state chapters in Nigeria today, already are on OJS. Though they may not be maximizing the full potential of what they have, but somebody has done an OJS for them one time or the other, but maybe they're not trained. So a lot of them are already on OJS. I have seen, gone through. Thank you.
Okay, this is the University Librarian of Maritime University in Delta State, Dr. Fatima Jibril Abdudayan. She says, answering the question of ownership, the copyright belongs to the author, all right? And however, there might be a copy, a CC by license invoked on published works that allows free sharing of your work, provided that the proper attribution is given to the author. So this is a response from a open science advocate, and I think we should take this very seriously. Now, I would like to summarize because there's one more question. Though Dr. Fatima concludes by saying that open journal system supports copy by CC by licenses, copy to ensure maximum visibility of your work, while the author still remains his or her copyright. And Mr. Patrick, that's true, right? Because some of us don't have all the money to publish in these closed access journals, right? So what this open access does for us is we are able to put our work there, most times for free or nothing, and the work is given the same level of visibility with those you find on other high impact platforms, right? So, and the last question for
Let me just mention that whatever OJS you are using, there are some agreements you would have signed in the process of even setting it up that gives right for access, for public access to your work. You can
yes.
set your permissions and your rights while setting up your interface and all that. So I agree with Dr. Fatima Abdullahi, and of course, it's still a function of what you set up in the process. Thank you.
Okay, so Madam Dogo says, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for making it more clearer. So before we take the final question, it's almost time for us to close. Usually the program is 1 hour, 30 minutes. We have 5 more minutes to go. And I would like to bring up our financial secretary who will give some announcements about your attendance, certificates, and about how to publish with the IT section. She's going to give us all those information. But there's one more question from Mr. David, and I would like to take that question. But before I take that question, I see more questions from other people. This is one person, Usman, say, please, I need the video, right? And then we have another person here. That is the person of Dr. Fidelia Wong. She says, please share the recording with me. I was late in joining the wonderful class. And this is just, I think I saw about up to 4 comments of people saying that they would like to have the recording. Now, one of the beauty of the workshops organized by the IT section is we support open knowledge, right? Open knowledge, like what we're doing right now. You didn't even have to register to join us. You're watching this on Facebook, you're watching this on YouTube. What I can assure you is immediately after this event is over, you can rewind this video and you watch it from the beginning, right? However, for those of you who want access to the certificates and other resources, please, you'd have to fill this attendance form so that we can send you the recording, the certificates, and the slides that Mr. David used for presentation. All you need to do is fill the attendance form and we will send all this information to you. So having said that, I will just take the last question for today, and we will call it an evening. Are we together? I think I saw the question here briefly. Okay, so since I can't find the question, please pardon me. We may have to invite the fine sec if I see the question. But at this point, Mr. Dave, I want to say thank you so much. I knew that this session was going to be power-packed. Mr. Dave, are you there?
Yes, I'm still with you, Sylvester.
All right. So let me allow Ms. Dr. Ifu Obim, let me allow her do a proper vote of thanks and give us other announcements or information. Dr. Ifim, over to you. Dr. Ifi. Oh boy. Hello, Dr. Ifi.
Maybe while we wait for Dr.
Yes,
Ifi,
good evening.
Say something. Okay.
Okay, the chairman wants to say something. The chairman
Let her go.
completes
Let her
what he
go.
wants to say.
Let her
Then
go.
you.
Hello.
Can you
Chairman,
hear me?
after you, then she.
Okay. Let me just quickly say that the part we have gone through this evening has to do with you publishing. There are a couple of you that will be interested in being reviewers, auditors, or being reviewers. There's also an interface for you to be able to come in as a reviewer, register as a reviewer, and then we can assign works to you to review. I hope that maybe by later by next month we'll be doing another series of this webinar where you'll be able to learn how to be a reviewer, even on international platforms. You know, we'll take this extensively so that we can all come up. We can take our platform as a learning process, and then we can start and move from there to use other platforms too. Thank you. So sorry about that. Ify, please take over.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. TheDL, can you hear me?
Hey, go ahead. Hello,
Okay,
Dr.
fine.
Kim.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for participating in this webinar, our second webinar. Okay.
Please go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay.
It's just that we can't see you.
Okay, fine. It's okay. I would like to inform us that the NLA IT section, we have actually, done some impacts recently. We have published our IT journal, and the Information Tech and Librarianship Journal, our volume 4, issue number 2. We just published it recently. So if you're an author, please check for your paper, your article, or your manuscript. Thank you. And also our 18th annual conference of last year, our workshop, the proceedings has also been published. So if you're an author, please check for your paper or your article. Then upcoming again is our lead 19th annual conference and workshop. It's coming up in Kano this year in October. So please, let's watch out for our advert and our flyer coming up soon. Please register for this webinar for you to get our attendance. The link has been posted on the chat section. Then for you to also to participate in our upcoming conference, we have our registration that is going. For you to be a member, of IT section, it's just 5,000 that you need to pay. That takes you annual dues of 2,000 and the registration fees of 3,000, making it 5,000 for the year. But subsequently, you will just be paying 2,000 naira. So for you to be an IT member, if you're a new person, you need to pay 5,000 naira. Onwards, all you need to pay is 2,000 naira. That's for you to be a member of IT section of NLA. But for this time around, we need you to fill the attendance register, and then you get a certificate within on or before 2 weeks. It could happen in a week's time, it could happen in 2 weeks, but maximum is 2 weeks time. You will have your attendance register. Thank you so much. And watch out for our flyer for our October conference. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So at this point, I'm excited to let us know that we have come gradually to the end of this edition. But guess what? I think I will let the chairman speak about the upcoming national conference. Is the chairman here? Let me check. If he's not here, then I'll talk about it. Okay, Mr. Patrick is not here. So I would like us to know that the National Conference of the Librarian Association is holding in Edo State next month, the first week of next month, July 6th. So I would like for us to bear that in mind. Let us all prepare towards that conference. And while we are preparing for that conference, I want to inform us that the NLA IT section is holding another massive program. And this program is organized in collaboration with the Upskill and Connect Village. Now, if you have ever had issues with visibility, global visibility, with branding for your works and what you do, the NLA IT section is holding a collaborative program tagged the Digital U. It's a masterclass. It's a 2 days masterclass to teach professionals how to use LinkedIn, to leverage on LinkedIn in giving visibility to themselves as professionals for what they do. So for those of us who are in our various groups, the link to register for this program will be shared with us shortly. So having said this, I would like to come back to the comment section to say thank you to everyone who has been with us here today from the beginning. Take the attendance form, and we will see in our next virtual section. So once again, I'd like to say thank you all, and especially Mr. Dave. I think he's still here somewhere around. I would like to say thank you for being here, Mr. Dave, and thank you for the time you have spent here with us. God bless you. God bless everyone who has joined us today, and do have a good night. All right. Bye. So all you can do now is just drop a comment section, tell us how the session works. Immediately this video ends, just drop your thoughts about the video under the comment section and let us know what you think. All right. So just drop a comment and share. Thank you. God bless you and bye.